Now, for our short lesson together this time, I thought of sharing a little bit on the Freemasons, because one of you in the comments requested that I cover this one if I can. And I found an interview of a former member of the Freemasons, and in the interview, he shared something quite disturbing during the initiation process. Listen to this.
The first thing that they do is that they interview you. Think of it like applying for a job. They want to know if you have a criminal record, what your beliefs are, things like that. And it was really interesting because they asked us to fill out a questionnaire after they did their own investigation. And one of the questions on that form was, who is Jesus to you? And I thought, oh, that's a really interesting question. And so I remembered my catechism from grade school. And I just wrote something to the effect of, well, Jesus is, a historical character. He may or may not have existed. He seemed to have had some really good ideas. And, they murdered him. And that's about all I know. And so we had a whole bunch of questions to fill out on this form, which we submitted. Once you've gone through the ritual with the hoodwink on, it's one thing. But then once you've been initiated, they never ask you to wear a hoodwink again during the other initiations. So things proceed in a slightly different fashion. However, every once in a while, they will invite entered apprentices to revisit the cabinet of reflection. And so what they'll do is they'll take a group of us and they'll ask each person to go in and sit in it for a short period of time and tell us what you think. And so I go in and I realize, okay, this is not just a room, this is a portal. And they even tell us, the Grand Master of the Lodge told me, the cabinet of reflection is not just a portal. It is how can I word this? It's like the central hub of a Masonic lodge. And they literally tell you during the White Lodge meetings, when we bring you in here the first time, we actually open a quote unquote Stargate with what is down below, and they expose you to that. So they literally tell you that they are exposing you intentionally to malevolent spiritual beings. So basically, during the entered apprentice ritual, when they take you underground, they are taking you into a necromantic ritual pit in order to contact the exalted one of the pit. Like, I'm looking at the expression on your face, and had I known that at the time, I would have run screaming from the lodge. But of course, they keep all these things concealed from you. So you literally are working with demons. It is that simple.
So I'm planning to release a compilation video of priests who warn us about the Freemasons, but as this video is intended for our short lesson together this time, I'm going to only share this one from Father Reehil. And it's on destroying the items the former members of the Freemasons have with them, like the ring or whatever. And believe it or not, one of the instructions laid out by Father Reehil here is to grab a hammer and smash the ring and burn it. Listen to this.
Okay, two things. One, you have to pray the prayers to break Masonic curses. It's a very long, detailed prayer. It takes about a half hour. You have to pray that in the presence of a Catholic who's in good standing. And if you are part of the Masons, if you're the actual person that was in the Masons, you have to pray that in the presence of a Catholic priest. Second, you take all the items. They have to be blessed with holy water first, and then burn what can be burned. If it's things like jewelry or rings or something like that, they have to be smashed with a hammer. And then they can either be buried or thrown into a lake, deep water, or the ocean for that matter. But that's what you do. So, or you can just take the whole kit and caboodle to your Catholic priest and say, these are Masonic items that I don't want to have in my home. Can you dispose of them properly? And they will do that.
And in another clip of Father Reehil, he also quoted from a book written by an exorcist, what the demons told him during exorcisms before, what the devil likes and hates, and one of the things that the devil likes is for priests to be part of the Freemasons. Listen to this.
And, the way the devil works hasn't changed in all these centuries. It's primarily through the temptation. There was a very interesting post from an exorcist, also, I believe, from South America. And he's put out a book, Father Marcello Pellegrino Ernetti. So it's a traditional book, The Catechesis of Satan, bit odd title there, but he's compiled all the words spoken by the demons over the years of him doing exorcisms when ordered to confess by the name of Jesus what they most liked and disliked. And I'm not going to read all of them, but just so you know, this isn't going to be a big surprise to many people. What he disliked most was confession, the Eucharistic adoration, the love of the Virgin Mary, the prayer of the Rosary, the apparitions of Our Lady, obedience to the Pope, contemplative prayer, exorcists in general. But he liked most, this is what the devil liked most, profanation of consecrated hosts, the liquidation of innocent children. So I think that was another way of saying abortion. Divorce, women who dressed indecently, television, imagine that. Priests and bishops who belonged to the Freemasons, secularized clothing of priests, secularized clothing of priests. That's just a few of them.
As always, I truly appreciate every one of you watching the videos, and thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. I'm sorry if I can't reply to every comment you've written, but I will keep on trying to reply to as many as I can. And I hope all of you have learned a lot from this video. If there's any suggestion or feedback, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your continuous support, contribution, and prayer.